What if we get a Transformers Drift spinoff? If we did, how would it play out? Watch this video to find out.
Honor to the end.
What's going on, TS Nation? I'm back with another Transformers theory, and today we're going to talk about what if we get a Transformers Drift spinoff, and if we do, how would it play out? Before we start the video, make sure to comment any other Transformer video ideas or theories you want me to cover for a shout out in the next video. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, or Drift is going to come to your house and slice up all your Onslaught toys. Now, let's get into the theory. If you do not already know, Transformers Drift is one of the only Autobots that has a very intriguing history and origin, and I really do feel like the success of the Bumblebee movie would spike new interest in making other Transformers spin-offs. If that's the case, then Drift would be my candidate for the next Transformers spin-off movie. If you don't already know, Drift is one of the more complex Autobots in the Transformers cinematic universe. First of all, he wasn't always an Autobot. At first, he was a Decepticon Samurai that used to go by the name Deadlock. But even before that, according to the 2005 IDW comics, Drift was originally a homeless cybertronian who lived on the streets scavenging and stealing energon in order to survive. During his struggles, he created a strong bond with another homeless cybertronian named Gasket. During one of their drug trips in the Deadend, Sonic and Boom were amateur bounty hunters that were capturing homeless people for money. As Drift got attacked by Sonic and Boom, Optimus Prime, formerly known as Orion, saved Drift's life, while around the same time Gasket was at one of the Autobot enforcement executions. He noticed that the Autobot law enforcement were about to execute a homeless thief cybertronian, and because of that he intervened and tried to prevent the execution. This led them to shoot and kill Gasket. When Drift got the news, he was enraged, knowing that the only friend he had was killed by the Autobots. Because of this, Drift throws a fit of rage and attacks multiple Autobots, showing his potential as a fighter. The Cybertronian Underground saw this and decided to train him. Later on, Drift started to realize the corruption in the Cybertronian government. In one of the recruitment meetings led by the Decepticons, Megatron noticed Drift's potential and his comments on the corrupt government, and he asked if he wanted to join the Decepticon cause. Drift agreed to Megatron's terms. In the Drift spin-off, this would be the start of Drift's Decepticon arc. Starting the Decepticon arc, Megatron gave him the name Deadlock. He became the second in command of Turmoil, who is a commander on one of the Decepticon bruisers. Being on the bruiser wasn't always peaceful. From time to time, they would run into Autobots and would attack and destroy them. There were also squads of Autobots that would try and come and attack the bruiser, but most of them either failed or retreated. On one of the missions, Deadlock led a group of Decepticons to attack the Autobots, and this led to an Autobot retreat. However, Deadlock was ordered to only observe and analyze the Autobots, not attack them. He always thought Turmoil was too soft and too cautious when dealing with the enemy. One of the Decepticons realized this and told him that he was going to tell on him. Well, Deadlock basically said snitches get stitches and killed him. Deadlock tried to attain leadership from the other soldiers, but to put it short, he got captured and they took him to Turmoil. As Deadlock was going to get killed, he was able to escape and went into emergency pod. He would then crash on an unknown planet. At this point, I'm going to go away from the IDW 2005 comics and start my theory on how the spin-off would go after this. After Deadlock arrives on this unknown planet, he meets a bunch of samurai cybertronians. They have devoted their lives to peace and tranquility. Two fellow samurai greeted him and took him to their leader, Kenzan. They realized that Drift was also a samurai, but one that has no honor and is sinful. Drift felt insulted, and a riled up Drift tries to attack Kenzan. Kenzan takes Deadlock down swiftly by using his momentum and anger against him, pinning him down. Kenzan sees the potential in Deadlock and takes him under his wing, and teaches him the new samurai way and tries to help him regain his honor. While this is going on, Megatron starts to be more aggressive and ruthless against the Autobots. He starts killing anyone who is not a Decepticon or does not support the Decepticon cause. Megatron literally starts a genocide, killing innocent cybertronians along with killing prisoners or making them fight for their lives in the pits for entertainment. This makes cybertronians want to leave the planet and find refuge. Megatron realizes this and sends out bruisers to find them and take them back. Megatron sends Turmoil and an army of Decepticons to execute and arrest any rogue Decepticons. After 100 stellar cycles, Deadlock has relearned the way of being a samurai and also has regained his honor from Kenzen. During a ceremony of Deadlock becoming Drift again, it was spoiled by a group of Decepticons and Turmoil. Kenzen, Drift, and a couple other samurais fight Turmoil and his army of Decepticons. An amazing fight scene occurs with Kenzen laying out half of the army by himself. But out of nowhere, Turmoil shoots him behind his back while fighting, and he gets hit pretty badly. While Drift was fighting another group of Decepticons, he sees this and rushes to the aid of Kenzen. Drift gets held back by 3 Decepticons, and Turmoil grabs Kenzen and blows a shot to his chest, saying, "This is payback for last time, Deadlock." Drift, in shock, gets angry and says, "My name is not Deadlock, it's Drift." Turmoil tells the Decepticons to let him go and attack the other samurais. Drift is mine. They both have an amazing battle, ending with Drift killing Turmoil, avenging Kenzen. He sees other bruisers arriving and decides to retreat and get into Turmoil's bruiser, getting into another emergency space pod. And then he flies into space in a stasis lock. About 10 cycles later, an Autobot bruiser finds him and removes him from the stasis lock. Hound and Crosshairs remove the stasis lock, and Drift says, "Where am I?" Crosshairs is like, "Our prisoner, Deadlock." Drift says, "That's not my name anymore. I am done with the Decepticons. They killed my friends." Hound's like, "I couldn't agree more." Then Crosshairs is like, "Hang on a minute, how do we know you're not lying?" Drift shows them Turmoil's head and says, "Here you go." Crosshairs says, "Well, alright, head course to Earth." Drift says, "Why?" Crosshairs then says, "We got a message from Optimus Prime saying that he's taken refuge there." Hound says, "Can't wait to meet the big boss man again," and kick Decepticon tailpipe. Then the Drift spinoff ends with them reaching Earth, and when they reach Optimus and the Nest forces, Optimus sees Drift and he says, "Welcome back, Drift." Anyway guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and comment any other Transformer video ideas you want me to cover. Thanks for watching. Bye.